Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, mold rats of concern inside Portsmouth Police Department. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Ready for the game?
Yeah.
Go get them. All right.
Around here, we love our baseball. Just not anywhere near our car. Around here, we Honda. The completely redesigned 2018 Accord. Hurry into the Honda Memorial Day sales event to get an amazing deal on yours at your local New England Honda dealer.
There are rodents there. There's black mold, dust. It's certainly not a good place to be, health-wise.
Portsmouth Police Commissioner Arthur Hilson is talking about the inside of the city's police department. Concerns were raised at the police commission meeting this week.
In terms of the facility, had a rat found over the weekend in the kitchen, so we're still dealing with those.
The department shares the same building as City Hall. Roof leaks are currently being patched, but questions about the air quality inside the building prompted officials to hire consultants.
They did do a separate air quality report in reference to mold issues or air issues, and we were looking and reviewing a draft of that right now.
Commissioner Hilson says the issues are not new and need to be taken seriously.
These are people who are going out to risk their lives every day. And I think you need to give them a place to work in that's conducive to health and peace of mind even.
Hilson says in a perfect world, Portsmouth Police would get their own new building, but for now, all he can do is speak his mind.
I think when you make it public, taxpayers become aware, and they have concern. You try and get pressure from the public. That's a good move, I think.
Chief Murner tells News 9 he will speak publicly about the issues after the environmental study results are released. That is expected early next week. In Portsmouth, Jessica Moran, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Woman, child rescued by firefighters from burning Boston home. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
It's internet that's not just easy, it's stream faster, Wi-Fi better, mobile your way, and it keeps up with everyone in your family. Easy. It's internet that makes your life simple, easy, awesome. Click today.
Dramatic rescue here tonight. Thankfully, that fire is out, but just behind me, you can see some of the damage up on the second floor of this building. That mother and her young child, they were trapped above the fire up on the third floor. Now, we have some video of a firefighter, as you mentioned, carrying that child down the ladder. He's the first one down, and then the mother follows. She's wearing pink there as she crawls out the window, desperate to get to safety. Now, both mother and child, they were taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation. So was a firefighter. She's on a stretcher there as a firefighter carries that child to a waiting ambulance. Now, firefighters say this fire appears to have swept through the second floor of the building here on Woodward Park Street, trapping the woman and her baby upstairs.
She was screaming. I was just hoping she didn't throw the baby. All of a sudden, they got a little ladder and they put it up to the window, and she put the baby outside the window because the smoke started to come out the window. And then once they got the baby out, then she came out.
Well, thankfully, they did make it out tonight thanks to some very brave firefighters. Again, that mother, her child in the hospital being treated for smoke inhalation along with a firefighter. They're just wrapping up here tonight and trying to determine what sparked this fire.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. George H.W. Bush expected to remain in Maine hospital for few days. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
Today's modern past phrase of the day is, what's that noise?
Former president's spokesperson telling us they'll have an update on Mr. Bush's condition when there's something new to report. WMTW News 8's Jim Keithley is live outside Southern Maine Healthcare in Biddeford, where the 41st president is currently under observation. Jim?
Good evening. The president's spokesman basically saying no news is good news here. Jim McGrath said during his last update, which was about 24 hours ago, that Mr. Bush was awake, alert, and not in any discomfort. He was admitted for low blood pressure and for fatigue. Now, McGrath sent these photos of Mr. Bush on Saturday. That's a day before he was admitted to the hospital. These were pictures taken during a visit to the local American Legion Hall. The president was said to be on cloud 9 that day while visiting those veterans. Now, we spoke with a cardiologist today to explain what low blood pressure really means. He says it's a common problem among the elderly, and it could be any number of things.
Oftentimes it's too much medication for that patient. Sometimes it's related to dehydration. Lots of illnesses, particularly infections, can lower blood pressure and cause trouble.
All right, again, the president's spokesman saying that, again, they will send an update on Mr. Bush's health when there's something new to report. So as of now, Mr. Bush still here at the hospital at Southern Maine Healthcare in Biddeford. I'm Jim Keithley, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we got word. Former President George H.W. Bush is expected to remain at Southern Maine Healthcare for a few more days, his spokesperson said. Trump administration plans to impose tariffs on EU steel and aluminum sources. The White House is not planning on extending the European Union expansions from steel and aluminum tariffs, CNBC has confirmed. The Trump administration is expected to make an announcement today, sources close to the situation confirmed with CNBC. Harvey Weinstein indicted on rape charges. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
Clarity of non-drowsy Claritin with powerful 24-hour relief from symptoms triggered by over 200 different allergens, like those from Buddy. Because stuffed animals are clearly no substitute for real ones. Feel the clarity and live Claritin Clear.
The disgraced movie mogul has been indicted by a grand jury late this evening. The Manhattan DA made the announcement just a short while ago. Weinstein was indicted on rape and sexual assault charges.
He did not testify before this grand jury. Our reporter Sandra Bookman in the newsroom with the latest. Sandra.
I think we all were waiting, expecting this announcement likely to come soon. The Manhattan DA, Cy Vance's office, released a statement, in fact, just moments ago, saying that the indictment brings Weinstein one step closer to accountability. Vance also referenced Weinstein's attorney's attempt to discredit his accusers, saying the defendant's recent violent assault on the integrity of these survivors, and the legal process is predictable. And we are confident that when the jury hears the evidence, it will reject these attacks out of hand. Of course, it was just 5 days ago that the spectacle of Weinstein turning himself in Lower Manhattan played out. He is now facing charges of rape in the first and third degrees and a criminal sexual act in the first degree. These charges, of course, stem from accusations from 2 women here in New York. He continues to face investigations in California and in the UK. Now, today's news comes just hours after Weinstein declined to testify before a grand jury. His attorney said there just wasn't enough time for him to prepare. Weinstein continues to deny the allegations.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.